Thank you very much. My name is Marindo. If you're first time coming to this video, I live in Georgia, Atlanta, Austin, precisely. I'm married with 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls. Thank you very much. One of my hobbies, I love writing. It's something that I've been writing, but things happen and I stopped writing for a while. But it's 2003. I want to come back and I have some books just to share with you to bless your life. For you to make my book go viral, please make my book go viral by sharing, by buying. You introduce it to people in a short format in every way you can. And I would say that there's a lot to learn from my books. My 4 books is a lot. I write novels, I write inspirational books, and I have like 15 books that I'm not even, I'm the old fashioned. I used to write on my hand, which I still write on my hand, but they have to still type it, and that will be done later. I want to tell you people something that there are some people that I dedicated on this book, that if I will go in the future, I'm going to explain more better. Even if they themselves, they see their name on my book, they will be amazed. I want to say that there are some people in life that will bring you pain. Pain brings out 2 things. Pain will make you better, or pain will make you bitter. I decided for my pain to make me better. You know why? As a little girl, if this is your first time stepping into my video, I have a disability. It's called scoliosis, which is a curve of the spine. Basically, they'll call that hunchback. It's a word that I never liked to use before, but truly that's how it's called. Locally, where I come from, we speak pidgin language. They call that hunchback. When they call that hunchback, mine is my left side. Like here is, you see the little swollen, and it affected my leg. My left leg is longer, my right leg is shorter. So as a child, I put on braces going on. So I was stigmatized by the lame girl. They call you lame. You're lame. So when I started getting older, I started people call it cripple. Until I have to go and look. I entered the taxi one time. I was going back to the school. I used to live in the hostess in the university. And the taxi driver asked the security man to open the gate for me. I said, there's a cripple in this car. And he too was behind. So that day when I went home, I said, what? I took a dictionary. And I would see there's a cripple gay. I wanted to know what the meaning of cripple was. I used to hear, I know the meaning. I was in university. I just wanted to see depth in it. So then I was just wondering why going up. If you start this, even in class when the teacher starts speaking about scoliosis, I wasn't happy. I would just be feeling uncomfortable. If I see another somebody with a disability, I'll be feeling so uncomfortable. If I see so I was not even attending those meetings for physically challenged people, because I didn't want to agree that I did not accept that I have a disability till when I get older. It's true. Many people don't accept what they are passing through. You know there's a problem. If you don't affect, you have a disability. You have a problem. I did not accept. Don't even tell me that I'm a disabled. If you don't want me to fight, you don't tell me that I have to. But when I start getting older, I got better. I become a better person now. I can now accept it. I can now work on it. Let me tell you something. And then there's a lot of stuff I'm doing, coming out to help the physically challenged. They do need help. Sometimes they stop taking care of themselves. But that one they never affected me. Another one time for 5 years, I did not look my face in the mirror, which does not mean I'm not taking care of myself. I'm taking good care of myself. That one, anybody who knows me will know that I'm taking good care of myself, even more than people who think they are not physically challenged. I make sure I did my hair. My hair was the goal, dressed neatly, want to look nice. That one girl came and even in class in the university told me that, don't you know that you're disabled? Why are you so claiming too much like that? So the society have a place, they have placed disabled. So even for a young boy to date a physically challenged, and you show them to the world that that's your girlfriend. Need courage. So any young boy want to they want to keep you in the back. They'll meet you in the night time to sleep with you or whatever they want to do with you, but they don't want to show the world who you are. So that those were things I passed through. And as a young girl in my age at that time, you want a boyfriend, you want to show up with your friends also. But when your boyfriend is asked, their boyfriend refused. So I started dating when I was in, I'm a very open person, which most people don't like in my community. That's why I always used to say that we married a white guy. That was my dream. We have dream. And I'll marry this white man. Because I know white people were very open. That for my books I read a lot of books. Remember, I was my mind was, let me say I was 15, but my mind was somebody like 100 years. Because I have traveled the world, around the world, the 7 continents with my mind. You can travel with your books. I read a lot of books, all type of books I do read. So I've seen the life they live there. So I know the white, don't ask me where I know white people that I've never lived with them. From their books, I read about them. I know they are very outspoken. For example, what age are you? In my country, people don't want to tell you their age. If you're raped, people will not say that they were raped. If you your husband was beating you in the house, people in my country, those type of things that to me it means nothing. They don't want to tell. People were just hiding things that does not make sense because they were done. Some these things you have to bring it out. How will you educate other people about it? You have to educate. So there's a lot on this my new series I'm going to talk about. Portray to my life, also I'm going to be open. I'm going to come out like a broken mirror that was broken and got picked. There was this program and they talked that look at the man in the mirror. What do you see? You look at yourself in the mirror, so you see, I'm that beautiful girl. I'm going so far. I'm international. I'm going to bless the life of many people. God is going to use me wonderfully. And let me tell you people something. This young girl I started dating at my name was called Marie Akaya Nuato, given to me by my stepmother, my father's wife, dead wife. They gave me all her name. I don't know why they did that, but they gave me all her name. So why growing up, I would say that I did not date nobody. With my disability, I have advances, so but I knew I wanted to marry it. So I was waiting for my God-given husband. Then my community, I did not see anyone who could be my husband. Thank God for that mentality, which made me not to sleep around. Then the way I saw my brothers treating girls, I had no desire for any man to sleep with me. So, sometimes people say they feel like the sexual urge. I did not have no sexual urge. Never did I used to have. Don't ask me that. See, some people will sleep and say they are hungry for a man to go. For what reason? What am I hungry for a man for? So my mind was building so strong because of, what community you have seen. People's mind shape around their environment they have gone. So I came to the university and I had a roommate, a friend. We're living together. She has boyfriends, not even boyfriend. She was showing me that this is my boyfriend, this is my boyfriend. I'm deciding which one to take. She had a lot of boyfriends. Me, I'm still a virgin. I never slept with nobody. She told me, you need to have a boyfriend, you need to have a boyfriend, you need to have a boyfriend. I did not know the word of God. Remember, I never. That's why you have to teach your children. If you don't teach them, somebody outside will teach them. I'm coming, Christian. We need to teach our babies at that age. I always say that when they are 9, 10, start telling them about sexual education. Start educating them. Give them the advantage and disadvantage. Biblical passage. Open your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. You don't have to make love with nobody. Tell them when they sleep with a man, if it's a woman, they are going to deposit spirit on you. If it's a man, they are going to take your strength. Tell them all those disadvantages. Give them even testimony, example about it. I know of these girls that she was a virgin. She went to the university and they persuaded her she slept what she had. She has HIV. There was this one that she did not even have nothing, but she used to sing and she stopped singing. Does this one now went and slept, and he slept with a ghost and he became mad. So there are many things that can happen. This one that they say this man will sleep with her when she's menstruating and all her glory are being taken. That's why I see most girls, our glory are being taken. When we get older now, we cannot achieve nothing. We do nothing work. We cannot become prosperous. No matter how beautiful you are, but nothing come out from it. So this was my story. So I met that girl. She was my roommate, and that was the worst thing that ever happened. I always say that girl bring my downfall. So we need to pray for our kids to meet the right people. Oh, my prayers. My children will meet the right people. Disconnect them from the wrong people, Lord. Because meeting that girl at the university, her being my roommate, my life never became back the same. It's deeper than I can tell you. Things happen. Many ugly things happen. And my destiny was shifted. My beautiful destiny that was going, a whole moment change. From her, I have this guy that was asking me out, but I was refusing. But because I met her twice, she said, the guy is handsome, why don't you accept the guy? I accepted that guy. I started dating this boy. But this boy never took me to where he lives. But I know where they live. So he always come to where we live in the hostels. And when I'm home, he visits me in my own parents' house. But he never took me to where he is. I did not have a problem for that. And because he was ashamed of me, he slept with me. Let me say we used to sleep once a month. Because we're living in two different cities. Remember, I was still in that city. I was still in that city going to school. So we met once a month and we slept once a month. How did we sleep? I did not even want it. I will fight. You know, my mind have already built up. So my dating him was not even... I have a friend that was talking to me saying, what was your reason dating? I told my friend I don't even know. Because the matter... Some people slept because of sex. I did not sleep because of sex because I never even have urge for sex. Each time he slept with me, it would be a fight. So ask me, why was I having a boyfriend? I'll talk to my friend. My friend told me that maybe it's peer pressure, which is true. I just want that name that have a boyfriend. Money, he never bought me any present for a birthday. The money, at that tender age, I was very blessed because my mother gave me a lot of money. That's why I don't take my mom to play with. People say all type of rubbish. I don't joke with my mother. Yes, if I remember what she did for me, even sometimes she's old, there's a lot of things she's doing, but I have to remember what she did for me. Even sometimes when we have some type of confrontation, some type of problem that happened, I'll just remember the flashback, the sacrifice my mom did for me. I guess at that she really started being nice when at that adulthood. She had more time because she was very busy herself going to her farm. I guess that's when she started paying more attention because at a younger age, my two nephews took her attention away from me. So it made me to be stronger. I grew up as a first child instead than a last child. A lot of burden. That's another video for another day. In a way, it was good. In a way, it wasn't good because for a child who is young to put the pressure of an adult, it affected me in a way that I'll say that even why I came now to that age to start doing those things as I have to do, but I'm already tired. I cannot even do them for my own self because I did it already in the past. That's another story for another day. So meeting this guy was that he never gave me money. If money I calculated I was giving this guy, I could build a house. I'm making my video. One time I made a video just to talk about how the experience I went through, and a girl come beefing under my video and come and told me that she was angry. You know, when people are frustrated, people are angry, they see you being happy, they want to bring their ugliness to you. Remember, people who are happy, people who are full of hate and they are not happy, when you're happy they don't like it, so they will bring a lot of hate towards you for you to become angry like them. Never. I'm a happy person. I'm talking about it. Is my story, it's my life, and I have every right to tell it whatever way, however way I want to. because I'm not just talking my story. I want to bless the life of another person. Having a physically challenge does not mean you're retarded. Does not mean you don't have to have a mind. Does not mean you have to let anybody treat you like a trash. Nobody was there to tell me that. So I'm here to pass out as a video. And that girl became mad. When I reply her back, she blocked me. She be not somebody I met at the job site. I'm not saying she was even a fake, just somebody I met at the job site who have that notion that disabled I put behind. Even when I got married, she was the first to say my husband is going to run away from me. Am I not pitying myself to go and get married because I have a physically challenge? You see how shallow some people are sick in their minds, the way they reason. You see that they need help. Don't mind this that people put on suits, they go to school, they are educated, they are doctors. Some people need to, for God to orientate their mind. Their mind is sick. Yes, I always say their mind is sick. What will my disability do with my husband? People who are able and straight, they don't have husband who leave them. They have husbands. The most beautiful girls cannot even keep husbands. You see husbands depart from me. Is it because they have physically challenged? Marriage is more deeper than you can see. Beauty is not even about marriage. Because if you look at the beautiful girls, they are not even married. So marriage can have more than beauty. I always say that people don't even know. It takes more than beauty for you to get married. It takes more than beauty for you to be successful in life. Life has its own principle. That if you follow it, it will give you what you want. So marriage is not about beauty. Beauty don't even count for marriage. Because you start looking at beautiful girls, they are not even married. Those that they say they are not beautiful, they have the best husband so far. That's another story for another day. So telling my story, anyone watching it, is not for you to get mad. It's just for you to learn. There's a lot of people you can be physically challenged. In another way, you're challenged. You look at yourself. You cannot download yourself. That's somebody nobody told me. Nobody. I never came across. I could have not been a fool. I dated that boy for 4 to 5 years, and I was a mogul, as they call it. He would take my money. Let me say, I was his mother. He said the mother was dead, so I actually became the mother. I would give him monthly allowance, weekly allowance, money to buy shoe, money to buy clothes. I'm also a student, remember, in my young 20s. Money to buy clothes, money they have given me to use for myself, I will be giving him. Come on now. This is why there was this I know there's a lot of insult on that particular person. I'll not call the name. It's a Cameroonian who was blogging, but they call that, they say they are bloggers. One of them was blogging about her purpose was for young girls not to give money to boys, to even settle themselves, which that attracted me to that platform. But when I went there was a lot of hatred and everything, bullying her to leave. But that, I'm telling you, that she also had a voice about people dating people's husband. That one attracted me more. So for the reason I supported that platform at that period was that she has a voice. You know, people don't want to go to church again. They're looking for something. So for some reason, I would say it's God put her that voice that people were afraid to date other people's husband because she was going to bring you online and talk about you. So people didn't want that disgrace. In my community, that is where I live. People stop dating people's husband because of that game. People, young girls stop giving money to boys because of that. You think that at that time we had that particular platform, I will be giving that boy my money? I will take my money and invest on myself. No, by now I have land in Africa. I don't have any land now. I could have invested in myself at a young age. So that's some mistakes some people don't make. Big mistake. You see that money that you were giving me, I could have invested and do something for my life. Why would I be giving it to a boy? Who does not even love me? It was foolishness and craziness. So I don't want nobody to pass through what I didn't pass through. One, I did not even know God. I had no relationship with God. They know that. My friend asked her, were you giving her the money to love you? It was not because of love. I said it was because of pity. To me, I was a dumb. I was foolish and crazy. Nobody, I pray, nobody should do that. What I did for any boy. No. I'm telling you, I gave him the money. He never even loved, and I knew he didn't love me. He had the other girl that he was showing off with the girl, and I saw it. There's a lot of ugly things going on, and I love him. He never loved me. And when I came to know the Lord, I was in a lot of pain that I could not describe it to anybody. He didn't want to show me to the world. He tell me, be going in front, let me be coming behind. I want people to not see us working together. I knew all about still him. I had an abortion for him. He didn't even give me money. I took my own money. You see the why girls are suffering. And all these the pain, you know, pain, you keep suppressing it and it's going through. Thank God this happened in my 20s. I did not even come as an older age to suffer this. I always tell my friend that thank God I went through this experience when I was much younger, rather than bringing it in this age, because some of my age group are still suffering this on men. Thank God I was delivered. Thank God I knew the Lord. Who did preach for me? It's my roommate. God is going to bless her. Because while all this thing was happening, immediately I had sex with that boy, my destiny block. School academically, I'm not doing good. My whole darkness started because of one sin. So sin is not a good thing, and I will tell you that my whole future was crammed because of this nonsense I was doing. Nonsense that I was doing, and I was still spending my money on it. Ignorance is a bad thing. When it started affecting my education, my roommates, because we had a room, you share one with one person, then you had a bathroom in the middle, you shared with another person. It's different. So 2 rooms are sharing one bathroom. The lady that was sharing her bathroom, she was a francophone. So she was going to full gospel Molekon. She was a Christian. So once in a while, they always have meetings in her room, or here as they are praying. And remember that before this, one other girl came and preached to me, but I did not really. She was so happy. That's all. I cannot remember her name, but all I know, she said there were 4 of them in their family, and she was the only girl. She was so happy. She had a lot of internal peace. That's what I remember. I wish I knew her name to look of her. But this particular lady, this is my roommate, she was so she called she asked me if I wanted to attend the meeting. Attending the meeting with my roommate. She wanted me to give my life. If you want to give your life to Christ. I felt give my life in Christ first in Sika when I went to the boarding school. I don't want to call name. When I went to one other boarding, I called name the other time they were coming towards my video. They me like I went to one girls' school in my country, and I gave my life there, but I did not have the foundation. When I came back home, I backslided. So I guess this was the second time I was giving my life in university. And then that time, she took me to church, at the Full Gospel Church. She took me to Bible study, prayer meeting. She paid for my transport. God used that girl. We did that life for... She followed me up like for 3 months before allowing me. When I was stronger now, then she allowed my roommate and I. I want to tell you that helped. When I started going to that church, it helps me a lot. And I was being God connected me to this family. Then Gwemesa. And they helped me also. When I have a problem, I'll go to Daddy Paddy and Mommy Fanny. They took me like their own. And they were so nice. They were so open. The wife was so friendly to me. She would smile broadly. She would hug me. That's something I really needed it. At that time, I was like, my life is coming to an end. It was like, because I have a physically challenge, nobody wanted me. You know, as a little girl, you want to be loved. Then, little girls, fathers, please give your baby a lot of love. Show love to your daughters. I guess I was thinking that maybe because my dad was so busy, my dad was never around to give me that fun. You know, some girls don't really need it. And my sister told me she didn't really matter, but for me, it matters a lot. So I didn't have that love from a man. I guess that pushed me to be leaning on that boy like that. Because if my dad could have shown me that love and tell me what it means by love, I will not go for a move like that and go and be showing my attention on. If I had a dad who took me the right direction. I did not have it. I did have no love from a man. So that's why a girl child have to be loved by their dad. Dad, if you're watching me, you're a dad. You are their first love. Show them that love. So that if they see another man behave like a beast, like a monster, not like you, they will say this is not love. My dad never showed me this type of love. So which is clear. So I never had nothing. I went and saw somebody behave like a monster. And I decided to follow the person. Who had no character, nothing. You come to my room, all you know he wants be money. Sometimes you will be searching around the clothes. You don't have money here. You don't have money. No shame at all. Why was I in that? That was a toxic relationship. Mentally toxic. It doesn't mean they beat you physically. Sometimes the mentally beating is more than the physically beating. I'm telling you. So mentally I was being beaten up there. I knew he was a cheat. I knew I cannot come to his house. I knew he didn't love me. I knew all he wanted was money. Sex, even, I'm sure he just did that because just to keep me in that captive. You know, when you have love with somebody, your spirit is one. Until you go and tell everybody that I have her in my palms. I have her in my palms. So when I came out from that relationship, and then I knew the Lord, I knew that Jesus is my Father, is my lover. So I took all my emotion, all that love I had a lot of love with me, so I was looking for what to give, and I put it in Jesus. That's why I will fellowship for 12 hours, 10 hours, and praying and singing and feeling the Holy Spirit. I love the Lord so much. I did not want nothing else that is not of God. My people, and God deliver me. He can deliver anybody who is watching me. You're in a toxic relationship. You cannot come out by yourself. You in an abusive relationship, even mentally, you cannot come out. You know you need help. How can help come? Only Jesus can give you help. He did give me that help. I know he can give it to anybody. So my pain was so much. And my pain brought out the buzz in me after I fellowship with Jesus. And the way I write my books, my pain made me better. So I said that if that boy did not treat me the way he did, I'm not sure I could have received Jesus. If he were even nice to me a little bit, I could have still stayed in that bondage. Because that's bondage. Because he didn't love me. And I thank God that he did not love me. So I always say that he's part of the reason who pushed me to know the Lord. And when I knew the Lord brought out the best in me. So why will I not thank him for not loving me? That's why you have to thank your enemies. Even the Bible says you have to be grateful that you have an enemy. So I was grateful that I had somebody who sent me to make me to know the love. And I'm so grateful, so appreciating. So that's why I say my pain brought the best in me. My people, that's my little story for now. I know you have gotten something out of it. Let's show our children love. Let's try to be there for our kids. If you don't have, you have a neighbor child, be nice to people. Give all what you have to give. That is when my mother brought some 2 girls in my house. And I was very nice to them. I had a lot of love to give, which I did give out. My people, for now, this will be all about my video. And tomorrow I will start the with the books, the challenge with the book. And we'll start from there. Thank you very much. My name is Marindo. See you in my next video. Thank you. You cannot afford to not to watch this. See what we're starting. We start with what is life. What is life? Send it to your friends, your family. It's online. It's like $13 if I'm not mistaken. Or check the price on Amazon. You can get it. You can send it to your friends, your families. They can read it. You can read it for them. It's very educative. We're going to start with just see the beginning of it. What is life? The interesting prayer. Pray not for a life free from trouble, but a life triumph over trouble. Not a life free of trouble, a life that you will be able to triumph over trouble. What you call adversity, God call opportunity. You see, what you call adversity, you say they are problem. but God called them opportunity. My people, you see how tasteful the book is going to be? Huh? Pray not for a life free from trouble, but a life triumph over trouble. A life not free from trouble. So I tell you that. Don't pray that you don't want trouble. A life that will be able to triumph over that trouble. What you call adversity, God call opportunity. What are you calling adversity? So my people, is dedicated to this. Is the people I acknowledge. Then the intro. The first chapter is. Let me just read the introduction before we start the first chapter. Life is very useless. Life is a very useless experience when we don't have Jesus to protect us. It's very. You might desire something when you have whatever you desire. Suddenly you will be so satisfied and you will not even want to see what you have key to have. So sometimes you desire something that you really want. After you have that thing, you don't want it so much. You see how life is useless. Many people are so blind because they are wicked and selfish. My dear, always help someone if you have the opportunity. You never know who will meet when you are coming down. Life is full of mystery. Life is a mystery. You don't know who you meet while going down when you're coming up. All we have to do is to be good to people in order to overcome evil. It is time for us to rise and take over our right by force as demanded by John the Baptist. Many people have not make it in life because they become very jealous when someone else is trying to do what they did not do. That's how it is. In my community, it's normal because people did not do what you're doing now. They become so jealous over you. In families, some people don't want anyone to be above them. Some people don't want to. But so man must pass man. There'll be always be somebody who will be more than you in life. That's life for you. My dear, you do not need to run a race with anybody. You're not running a race with nobody. Never. You and God are majority. You are. Don't compare yourself to anyone except Jesus of Nazareth. The word of God and the power of living for God will save you. Goodness overtake evil. No matter how you are being called, don't expect positive attitude towards the people you help. Do not, this was what made me. Don't expect those people you help will help you back. Sometimes you become discouraged and they bring out the bad in you. Do not do to others what you expect them to do for you. The person you help may not be nice to you, but someone else will return your good gesture. In life, there are traffic lights which will result a good or bad result. This traffic light is a commandment of God. Life is traffic light now. It's traffic light. That's what I said I do to people. Those same people might not do to you. When I had my baby, some people I was expecting that will help me. Some of my siblings, because I helped their own children, they did not do. First, I did not understand, although I'm the writer of this, and I had to go under, how they call it, when you have the baby, how they call that syndrome. I don't know, but I'll look for it later and tell you. I was almost affected because I was so discouraged. This traffic light is a commandment of God. If we respect the green light, we move smoothly and life becomes easier. But we disrespect the right light, the consequences are dangerous. Faith is a motive for every successful person. When we live a life full of bottle of life, everything we do will be prosperous. Although trials will come along the way, but God will give us a victory. He will. The promise of God are forever and more. This makes you have peace, although the going will be tough. So it's very powerful. You cannot avoid not to be part of this blessing for this month. Thank you very much, my people. My name is Marindo. If it's your first time coming around this video, tomorrow is fire for fire. So every day we come with something new and better. Thank you very much for supporting me. Please let us make this book to go viral. Let us please support me by making my book go viral. That's all I want. I want many voices where there are like 7 billion people in the world. About that 7 billion people, you have like 5 billion on the internet. And we have 7 continents. So I want my book to go viral to the 7 continents and to the 5 billion people in every platform. So help me and share. All you can do is to share me out there, share me out there. Let us go viral. My name is Marindo. Many people have to hear this. We still have a lot of people. You cannot be physically challenged the way I am, but at least everybody have an issue of blood. Issue of blood means you have a particular problem. What are you passing through? And some people just need to hear my voice, what I have to say, and the encouragement that God have given, the packaging that God have packaged me. So God allowed me to pass through all this because He know there were some people I have to help. So thank you very much, and help me. Let's accomplish this. I cannot accomplish this by myself, but I need you people who are my supporters. If you're watching me, mean God have appointed you to help me spread out this gospel. All I just need is for you to share with friends and family in every platform you can. And I believe as a team, we are going to make it. Thank you very much, Miss Marie. Thank you. Marindo. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.